Thank you. The gentlelady yields back. Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman, briefly.
Mr. Garrett's recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In the spirit of bipartisanship, I wonder if the gentlelady would also include an inquiry as to how it is that the previous administration and the President increased his net worth fourfold while in the White House, and also whether or not the gentlelady would include an amendment that might search to see the cost of the security details provided for the previous President when he rode on the yacht with Tom Hanks, when he visited Tuscany, when he went kite surfing with David Branson, when he visited Berlin, Hawaii, when he visited England with Prince Henry, when he went to Indonesia's Ayung River, when he spent time in Rancho Mirage, California, or the British Virgin Islands, or when he golfed at the Mid-Pacific Country Club, when he went on the yacht with Richard Geffen, or when he spent time in French Polynesia, all just within the last all just in 5 months. If we're going to do this in a bipartisan manner and we want to look out for tax dollars, should we maybe not also look into how much it costs to look out for the security of the previous president and the first family? Because when George Bush left office, he went to Texas. When Bill Clinton left office, he went to New York. But if we really want to be hawkish on tax dollars, would she entertain an amendment that would look into that? Also, I would submit that given the fact that the Trump family has a business endeavor that has goods and services in the stream of commerce, it's gotten to the point where I wonder, had that man invented bar soap, if there would be people on this committee suggesting that we shouldn't wash. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back. Any further discussion on the resolution?
Thank you, Mr.
Discussion on the resolution. Ms. Berrigan is recognized.
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to rise in support of this. I think that, it's unfortunate that we got into this whole bipartisan, this partisan bickering on this, because I think regardless of who the president is, regardless of who is in the White House, the American people have a right to know how their dollars are being spent. Regardless of who the president is, if there's any potential of conflict of interest, we should be asking these questions. Regardless of who the president is, when the Secret Service comes to this committee and says that they're being spread thin and concerned about time in having to protect somebody in different parts of the country and what that does, when we have the duty to oversee that department, regardless of who the president is, we should be investigating and checking. Regardless of who the president is, if there's potential of taxpayer dollars being spent for financial gain, it should be investigated. And I think that is where the message is lost today. It's not about, it's not about, oh, Donald Trump, oh, Obama, oh, Bill Clinton. It should be about our duty. And our duty is to be able to provide transparency to the American people. And when all these red flags come up, and I call them red flags because we've heard from, in this committee, we have heard about the Secret Service being spread very thin, having to protect somebody in different parts of the country, then we have a duty to continue to look into that. And so it's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate just to kind of hear the whole discussion and how it's turned, because one of the things I like about this committee is we do try to work in a bipartisan manner. We do look after the homeland. And so when we come and we talk about the wall and we talk about this, it becomes this divisiveness, and I wish we would kind of stick to the bottom line and forget for a second about who's there and just say, would you do this if? And the answer to that for me is yes. Regardless of who the president is, when I see these factors, the Secret Service being cut very thin, a possible conflict of interest, we don't know what the businesses are, what does that do for our decision making? Then I'm going to support it. And that's why I support this. I yield back.
Would the gentlelady yield?
A request was made to yield. Will the gentlelady yield to the gentleman from Virginia?
I'll yield.
Okay, and so I want to be clear. If there were a Forbes article that said how the ex-president made $20 million since arriving in Washington, would you support an investigation into how the ex-president made $20 million since arriving in Washington? And I'll ask that and move forward for a moment, because there is a Forbes article dated January 20th, 2017, which ironically is the day that President Obama left office.
I'm going to reclaim my time.
And how Barack Obama has made $20 million since arriving in Washington. I also think that the same Secret Service that protects the Trump family
I'm reclaiming my
protects the
time,
Obama
and
family.
he should stop
The gentlelady
speaking.
reclaims her time.